What is up, guys? It's your boy No Risk, No Premium, back with another episode of the market overview, guys. Today we got really selly. We had a little bit of the mix-ups with the CBOC, which Chicago Board of Options Clearinghouse, I believe, or whatever that's called. Anyway, it looked like there was something going on there this morning. All options prices were frozen for a good minute. A lot of it seemed to be when people were in the middle of a very probably decent sized trades, as much as a shambles that kind of caused people today. But if you're patient, you might have not got caught in that. We're able to catch a lot of late day shorts or late after. I would say after all of that stuff happens, when we're able to catch some shorts, which was great. But now, guys, look, we're getting down to some major levels here, right? Like, let's just zoom over here. What can I? Oh, I can't go left because that's why. Now I'm on this one. I want to go to this one. Right. Can we see that there's a little bit of a possibly a demand supply to demand flip? Possibly we're in a zone where if we're going to do it, it's going to be here. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I wouldn't want to be short from 41.89 to 41.75. Like, that's not the area I would be looking to short. And I hope a lot of you guys realize that's not really an area that you should want to be short, right? But I'm just looking in this zone, strictly thinking pretty much as long as we're going to hold about 41.85 to 41.90, right? Which we've been talking about, multiple dips down in this area. Now we've gone and ripped higher. Now we're coming back down and testing it. Right now we're coming back down and testing it. So I would think, it's very likely that we would get a bounce somewhere down here in this area. Yes, we are underneath the 200-day moving average, which is not bullish at all. But I would favor maybe a bounce down here and maybe a retest of, now let's just zoom in a little bit here now. A retest of this 43.40, 43.50 zone, which we had bounced in here before. We came in and bounced in again. Now we maybe go up here and try to come up and reject this zone up here, right? So if we bounce, reject, and continue lower, absolutely, I'd be comfortable taking the shorts there. I'm not comfortable getting short at what I believe is old supply that could become demand here now, right? That we ate through before, and maybe it's now demand. And now let's see what happens. But so far, we've gapped down in this Globex, as you can see. Right, I think on the 4-hour probably look a little cleaner. We have gapped down thus far in this Globex, and we're coming right back down to this 41.80, 41.90 zone. So I am going to be looking for the bounce in this area. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely going to look for the bounce in this zone. I think either gap fill from the close here, or at least a test, right, of 42.50. I think 42.50 could easily be a zone to retest, even up to about 42.30. Up here, all this retest area, I would like to get up there and retest. That's where I'd look for new shorts if we want to just base, drop, right? Maybe rally and then reject, right? Maybe rally and then reject off of 42.30 to 42.50. But as you can see, it's going to be very tactical trading from here. Why? Well, we have some big data tomorrow. GDP jobless claims, right? GDP jobless claims in the morning, pending home sales 30 minutes into market open. And then we do have the big AWS conglomerate, right? Amazon. Amazon's after hours tomorrow, so we'll just have to see, right? We'll have to see. But so far, I'd be looking. I'm going to set some limit orders tonight, probably to look to get long ES. If we do want to dip and make new lows, as long as we hold about 41.80, I'm going to set some orders in from 41.90 down to 41.80 with some stops underneath, just to see if overnight maybe we could catch a trade. I have no idea. We got down to about 41.86. However, I was not home. I was not home there. I was just getting home from the gym and getting ready to come in and film this for you guys, right? So I didn't catch it. So I didn't want to rush it. I'm just sitting down here now, gonna wait, gonna be patient. Maybe we get a little bit more of a dip down in the rip. So just being patient. That's all I want to do is be patient. So that's my trade plan for tomorrow, guys. 41.80 to 41.9. Let's look to see if we can hold it. We're gonna reject the breakdown zone about 42.30 to 42.40. Up above. SPY chart's gonna look pretty similar here. As you can see, though, we do have this little gap here, which we did come down, right? We have this little gap you guys can see, right, where we had closed here, gapped up, never filled the, right? So for me, I'm looking like, go to the 4-hour here. we went down and pretty much touched the beginning of that gap, like to the T, right? So 415.50. So I'm looking at about 414.50 to 415.50 to hold. That's going to be like that same level there on ES, right? 4180, 4190 zone. I'm going to look for this area to hold. If we could get it to hold, see if we get a back test of 419 to 420. Back test 419 to 420, fail here, come back down lower. That'd be great. But I'm not looking to short this level. I'm not looking to short this level right now. I'll be looking for the shorts up here right now. I'm looking for a bounce to come in. So just solely looking at the daily chart here. I know there's a lot of levels, guys, but we trade this chart a lot. You guys could see this supply. So is this becoming a little bit of demand down here now? It's very possible, right? So I'll be looking for the bounces down in this zone. Does not mean we cannot go lower. Doesn't mean we can't go lower, but I'm looking for bounces in this area down here, right? So let's watch 414.50 to 415 to hold. If we get that to hold, so we get the back test 420 to take the reject to head lower. QQQ finally broke this major. And when I say major, I mean major. Just want to zoom out, make it a little bit easier. There you go. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 bottom. Right, quadruple bottom, 351 broke, but we went right down to where? 348 to 346. If we zoom out and we look left, might be a little bit easier to see. 346 to 348, that was our levels that we wanted to the downside, and we got them. Right, zooming out, looking left over here, 346 to 348, we got those areas. So I'm watching for the bounce right here. I'm absolutely watching for the bounce. I want 346, 347 to hold overnight if we can. Then we'll look to see if we can pop it back up. You can see we're down here about 347 right now. So we can pop it back up and play the reject off 351 major breakdown. Breakdown and reject. Keep it simple. Don't short at demand. Don't short at demand, right? You just short where we maybe had a breakdown or we're at some supply. So that's going to be the QQQ chart, 351 reject, or watching 346, 347 to hold on some longs. Now, if we get underneath this 346.60, obviously there's a lot of room down. 340, 338, you guys can see these big levels in there. So obviously there's a huge trade setting up underneath QQQ. But I think initially they're not going to make it so easy that it just breaks right through on the very first touch, right? Maybe get down, bounce it, and then get down lower after the bounce. 163.50 is looking like it's almost going to break here. Right, looking like it's almost going to break here. Look at this area down here. I mean, these candles lows, I want to probably see if we can just put, I mean, you guys could see how many little levels down here, but 162.50 was the lowest low down there. So I'll take this out. This 160, but it's still weekly demand nonetheless. But I'm not saying that I'm just going to go long it out of nowhere. I'm going to look for a reversal, look for a relative strength in the market, which we had not have had, right? So basically, let's see. Let's go to the daily chart, right? Why does that look funny? Okay, cool. I don't know why that looks so weird to me, but it does. Anyway, I'm going to be watching 162.50 now to hold 162.50. Have to get through 167.50. I'll look for rejects there until we break it. And if we break it, 169, 170 will open back up. But 162.50, that's the last ditch effort. Underneath that, let's really zoom out and look left here. I think we have a weekly 5-year chart. Let's take a peek. I mean, underneath here, we've really got room down 158 all the way down to about 153, right? 158, 153 to the downside. But like I said, they're not going to make it that easy for us, guys. I promise you. Take the break and hold underneath 162.50, but ultimately I'll be looking for bounces down here. 162.50 to hold, 167.50. You guys can see on the daily chart here. 2 rejects up there, looking for that reject initially. If we break and hold that to the upside, 170 is in play, guys. That's all I got for you. Don't forget data tomorrow, Amazon tomorrow. As always, guys, appreciate you sticking around the long video. And you got to wake up early, get your levels right, and of course, not do anything fucking stupid. We'll see you bright and early. Peace.